I think everybody knows about Spotify Wrapped and how they show you like your top Spotify songs and albums and artists or whatever at the end of the year. If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry. Google it. This year, I thought that it would be fun for me to make my own Spotify Wrapped, but instead of just like music on Spotify, it encompasses my whole life. So like pictures and videos and traveling and dyeing my hair and all kinds of like life statistics, just like they do on Spotify. So without further ado, welcome to my 2021 Wrapped. Okay, to start off, I took a whopping 10,968 photos this year. By the way, sorry I don't have some fancy graphic like Spotify does. I'm just gonna present them in the best way that I can, but I'm not a multi-million-dollar company, okay? Most of these photos were of my dog and myself, because what else am I gonna take pictures of? But I also have some photos just highlighting different parts of my year. So let me show you my favorite pictures from 2021. This first picture, Emmett and I took when we were in Northern California, early 2021. And we were living in his parents' house. We were about to move across the country, all the way back to Nashville by ourselves. We had no friends. It was still the middle of the pandemic, so we were not going anywhere. And it was actually really scary. Like we were terrified to be on our own because we were 20, okay? This photo is Emmett and his little brothers, and I just think it's a really cute photo. This photo is when we got back to Nashville and it snowed and we were stuck in our house with no groceries. It was terrifying, but also fun. These are some of my favorite outfits from 2021. Oh, not that one. This is my nephew. These are from our LA trip in May. I'll talk more about that later. These are a bunch of photos from us when we moved to LA. And this is a picture of me and my dad. In addition to my photos, I took 2,182 videos this year. I'm somewhat of a picture and video hoarder because I swear I'm gonna save these videos forever and like watch them with my future children, because it pisses me off that like all of my stuff is on the cloud, but in the 90s, everybody had like hard copies of all their photos and videos that they like, I don't know, it was a lot harder to lose, I feel like. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do anything with these or if I'm just gonna leave them on my iPhone forever, but regardless, here are my favorite videos of 2021. This is a video of me getting a tattoo. This is Emin wearing my sunglasses in a snowstorm. This is me watching my favorite band in concert for the first time. Oh, it's Turnstile, by the way. This is my dog being really cute. Love him. This is me getting my septum pierced. This is me and my best friend when she visited me from Ohio. This is me on my 21st birthday, having my first drink in like 3 years. I know that math isn't right, but just don't think about it too much. Next, I thought I had to include some music statistics in my 2021 Wrapped because, you know, this is a ripoff of Spotify. So according to Spotify, I listened to 29,820 minutes of music, which I guess is not that much compared to some people, but whatever. My top artists were Turnstile, my favorite band, Machine Gun Kelly, All Time Low, Bruno Mars, and Neck Deep. And my top podcast was My Favorite Murder with Georgia Hardstark and Karen Kilgariff. For some other statistics, I changed my hair color 7 times. I took approximately, and this is not scientific data, 10 candlelit baths. I moved 2 times, once to Nashville, then to LA, then back to Nashville, and I'm also moving again in 2 weeks. I got 3 COVID vaccinations, 0 cases of COVID. I bought 1 car, sold that car, and then bought another car, and I made about 4 new friends, give or take. I also tried to pick up on some better habits and new hobbies this year, and I don't know how successful I was, but I did start learning how to paint, which has been so fun for me, and I'm determined to one day be really good at it, but I only painted like 4 things this year. I started learning to do my own nails, which I've been wanting to do for the longest time, and I'm doing okay. I'm definitely still learning, but I'm pretty proud of the ones that I have done so far, and I started doing yoga again, which is my favorite. I didn't travel very much this year, but I do wish I did more. I only went on 2 trips and the rest of my traveling was like moving related. However, the first trip I went on was actually one of my favorite trips I've ever been on in my life. Me, Emin, and a bunch of his friends went to LA for 2 weeks, and this was before we lived there, and he recorded 4 songs with his band in a studio. We all stayed in one hotel room together. It was me and 4 guys. I like rented a car, so I was just driving around alone the whole time while they were in the studio, and it was like so magical. It was so fun. It was so exciting. I felt so independent. We were actually like considering moving there at the time, and we ended up moving literally 1 month later, so it was kind of like a whirlwind or whatever people say, but it was great. And then my second trip I went to was to Nashville from LA to go to a festival and a friend's wedding, and that's it. So again, not very much traveling last year, but I did drive about 30,000 miles. I drove from San Francisco to Nashville, and then from Nashville to Los Angeles, and then back to Nashville. I also did a few small road trips here and there, but generally just those cross-country things, and that's kind of it. In 2022, I do hope to travel more. I want to go to Costa Rica and Europe. and Europe, but we're not talking about 2022 just yet. That'll be my next video. Another exciting thing is concerts started again this year. So I ended up seeing Machine Gun Kelly, which was a surprisingly amazing performance, Jaden, Bruno Mars, Water Parks, and All Time Low, totaling about 6 concerts, but I might be forgetting some. My favorite was definitely Bruno Mars. I surprised Emin with tickets to go see him for his 21st birthday, and we went all the way to Las Vegas, and we saw him at like a fancy hotel, and they like took our phones before we went in, so you couldn't film anything, and you were just very immersed in his performance. It was amazing. He's my boyfriend. It was like the best performance ever, and I will be seeing him again. But anyway, I also ate some amazing food this year. I tried Korean corn dogs for the first time. I had a lot of various Hispanic foods at Emin's mom's house. I had ramen. I had lots of acai bowls, and I discovered my deep, deep, deep love for chicken tenders. I think of all the food I ate this year, I ate chicken tenders the most. I posted 126 YouTube videos. My videos got a total of 6.8 million views, and I gained 30,000 subscribers, which is so crazy. And I just want to interrupt this and say that I love you guys so much. And looking back on how much this channel has grown this year and everything that's happened, like, I'm seriously so grateful for you guys. I don't think I say that enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I also turned 21. I got to 3 years of marriage with my husband, which is crazy. I got 2 new tattoos, which is not enough in my opinion, but it's fine. My dog turns 2. I learned how to properly do laundry. I discovered that I don't hate mayonnaise, and now I eat sauces containing mayonnaise with everything, which is kind of a random fact, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. I sort of lost my faith in God, and then I started to gain it back again. And I decided on a new house, which I will be moving into in January 2022. Overall, it was really good. And I just think that if this year was this good, I can't imagine how good next year is gonna be. So I guess that was my whole 2021 wrapped. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.